Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Penny. I'm a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon. Today I am just going to go through some comparisons of dermatology products. They are having a huge sale right now. It is 30% off site-wide. It is their 5-year anniversary. Cool thing about this sale is you don't need a code, you don't need a coupon, you don't need any kind of thing like that. They just take the discount at checkout and it's automatically applied. So I am a huge fan of this brand, not only their products, but also the people behind the brand. I think that they're just a wonderful company and I do love lots and lots of their products. I get a ton of questions about the differences between some of the sunscreens in particular. So I thought today, because I own 3 of their sunscreens, I thought I would show you the difference so that you could see, tell you the difference, and of course show you the ingredient deck so that if you're kind of looking into this, that you know which one you might or might not want to choose. The other thing that I want to compare for you so that you get an idea is their new water cream moisturizer and the Peptide moisturizer. These are 2 moisturizers that I use from Dermatology and they're very different. So I thought I would compare them also just so you kind of have an idea. Let's start with the Broad Spectrum SPF 45. Now this one is zinc and octinoxate. So it's a hybrid. That means that it is a physical sunscreen with the zinc oxide at 12%, but it does have a chemical filter of octinoxate at 7.5%. There are definitely people who are sensitive to octinoxate, so it's important to know that this is a hybrid. 1.7 fluid ounces in here. Of course, it is a pump. It looks like this. It is not tinted. Super important to know. So it's not tinted. I'm gonna sit here. I'll probably fast forward this, you guys, but I'm gonna show you how this rubs in so that you have an idea of the white cast. Very little white cast, but you do have to work it in. And once you work it in, not much of a cast at all. Honestly, once you really work it in, the cast is completely gone. Okay, the next 2 are the ones that I think most people want comparison for. The Universal Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 46. This has been a favorite of mine for years and years. I mean, I have talked about this forever. I love it. I feel like it's a dupe for the Elta MD UV Clear Tinted, only this one has a slightly more neutral and lighter tint than the Elta MD. The Elta MD is definitely more golden and a little bit darker, in my opinion. They both have high purity niacinamide in them, which makes them really, really good for people with acne prone skin, for people with, you know, oil, any kind of oil issue. If you're trying to balance your oil production, niacinamide is a really, really great ingredient. It's also really good if you are trying to improve the appearance of your pores. It's also great if you have hyperpigmentation. So niacinamide in a sunscreen is really fantastic in my opinion. Now, this is the tint of this one, and I am sitting, there's no artificial light. I'm sitting, the camera is sitting right in front of a couple windows, and so you're getting a pretty true color here. So you can see it's definitely darker than my hand, but I can wear this on my face absolutely no problem. What happens, and I'm going to show you, what happens is that tint kind of disappears. It's relatively sheer. What happens is it doesn't leave a white cast. Now I could see though, where if you were very pale, if you were like a MAC NC10, you might feel like this was a little orangey. I could definitely see that if you were super pale. But if you are anywhere from probably an NC15 all the way to like an NC40, you could get away with this just because it's pretty sheer once it rubs in and it doesn't leave any kind of white cast. You might even be able to get away if you're an NC45. I know that a lot of people who have more pigment than I do, who are darker than me, are able to use this only because it's really sheer once it rubs in. It doesn't leave a cast of anything. Even though you think initially that tint is going to give you coverage, it doesn't really. It just kind of mitigates the white cast. Now that one is also a hybrid, you guys. So it is zinc oxide 12%, and then it is that octinoxate 7.5%. So it's very much like the Broad Spectrum SPF 45 in a tinted version. They're very similar, and I find it to be silky. It plays extremely well under makeup. In fact, I find that it is almost like a really nice primer under makeup because it kind of smooths out the skin. So that is the Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46. Now I'm going to show you the physical, and then I'll compare them so that you can really compare those tints. So let's see, we're going to put it on this hand. Here it is. And I'm going to show you. This one is purely physical tint. Now, I think that that one is a touch lighter in depth, not in consistency, than this Universal Tinted Moisturizer. I'll show you. So this is the Universal Tinted Moisturizer that is the hybrid, and this is the physical tinted moisturizer. They are actually very, very similar, you guys. I just want you to be able to see. So I would say that it's a really similar, you know, probably an NC 15 at the lightest. If you're lighter than that, I don't think you would like these. Up to about an NC, maybe 45-ish. So I'm gonna wipe this off and just show you guys one more time so that it's not confusing. We're gonna put the physical moisturizer on my left hand. So what we're gonna do. And I'm going to put the Universal Tinted Moisturizer on my right. See if we can compare that way. Okay, Universal Tinted Moisturizer on this hand and the physical on this hand. So this is the physical. This is the Universal Tinted that is a hybrid. So can you tell that the physical is just a little bit lighter and possibly a touch more neutral? The Universal Tinted Moisturizer is a little bit maybe more peachy and a tiny bit darker. The physical has a little more coverage than the Universal Tinted Moisturizer that is the hybrid. Okay, so the physical, probably because of the titanium dioxide, it definitely provides just a skosh more coverage over here. That is the purely physical rubbed in, really pretty finish. And this is the tinted, Universal Tinted that is the hybrid. I really hope that that helps you guys. So if you have any questions, put them down below and I will try and answer and clarify as much as possible. Okay, so now for the moisturizers. Both of these have become serious favorites. I don't even know how many of these peptide moisturizers I've gone through. I've talked about them a bunch over the years since they launched it. Now, this peptide night cream says it's a night cream. It doesn't have an SPF in it, and that's the only thing that precludes it from also being a day cream. So I often wear this during the day too. I just put a sunscreen over it. So this is a super duper silky lotion cream. It says night cream, but you guys, I feel like it has the consistency of a lightweight cream. So clearly you can see it is, you know, it's not runny or anything like that, but it is so silky and lightweight. It does not feel like a heavy, heavy cream, but it is packed with peptides and barrier-loving ingredients, moisturizers, of course, humectants. It is just the full meal deal as far as a treatment moisturizer. Then they launched their water cream moisturizer. This one I've been using almost every single day. It is a water-based moisturizer, so there are no oils in this one. There is a lot of water. The idea of this one is that it is going to go into your skin. You can see here what it looks like, that it's going to go into your skin. It's going to take all that water and all those humectants, and it's going to hydrate, give a surge of hydration to the upper layers of your skin. So it's going to do a little bit of plumping, obviously transient when you wash it off, you know, but it's going to hydrate your skin, make it look a lot more youthful and bouncy and juicy while it's on because it's hydrating the skin. And it is not going to leave any kind of residue because it's water-based. So this one is really good if you have oily skin or if you have combination skin. If you have dehydrated skin like me, you might love it. And it is really nice under makeup. I think it's just a really great launch from them. It's huge too. It's 3.77 ounces and regularly it's $35, but right now because they're doing their anniversary sale, it comes down in the mid 20s, making it somewhere in the $6.50 or something like that per ounce. I mean, it's super, super affordable. It's more affordable than like the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, and it's just a beautiful formula. So they're different. This one also would make a really great going into summer moisturizer because it's so lightweight. As the humidity rises, it's kind of nice to back off and lighten up our moisturizer. So I think that this was the perfect time to launch something like that. So they're very different moisturizers, and it kind of depends on your skin type. It depends on your preference. Do you like really lightweight moisturizers that give you a lot of hydration but leave no residue? Do you like to have a dedicated nighttime moisturizer and a dedicated daytime moisturizer? Because they work really well that way too. Although you can absolutely use the peptide morning and night. You don't need both. But I really wanted to bring that differentiation to you because they are my two favorite moisturizers from the brand for sure. So the last thing that I just wanted to share with you is their vitamin C5. This is a really interesting product, you guys, because it's basically a antioxidant lotion, an antioxidant daytime moisturizer, I would call this. And it is a lotion consistency as thick as the peptide moisturizer, almost a little bit thicker. It's very, very nice on the skin. I don't find that it leaves a bunch of residue either. And the C5 stands for, there are 5 different forms of vitamin C in it. So there are 5 of the vitamin C derivatives in here. So if you are someone who can't get along with L-ascorbic acid, but you're looking for a really nice daytime antioxidant lotion that has a bunch of antioxidants for, protecting from free radicals, oxidative stresses, pollution, helps boost your SPF, that kind of thing. This might be something to consider. If you can't do L-ascorbic acid or you don't like serum forms and droppers and stuff like that, it's nice for that. I still think that L-ascorbic acid is going to be the better option for vitamin C if you can tolerate it. Dermatology does make a really nice vitamin C, albeit in a dropper. It is that, but it's the right pH and it is the right cocktail of vitamin C, E, and ferulic acid. It just comes in a dropper. I wish they would change that. But this is a super nice launch from them as well. If you are somebody who likes the derivatives, you like a cocktail of antioxidants, and you like a lightweight moisturizer all in one. That's what this is. So I wanted to share that with you guys too. Okay, those are all of the comparisons I was going to do for dermatology. I've used several other things from the line. I really like lots of other things. These are just the things that I actually have on hand. So if you have any questions about some of the other products, or if you're curious about some of the other things, I will do my best to answer for you. I will link and put descriptions with all of these so that it further will help you to differentiate between them. And then I will copy and paste that into the first comment because I know some people have a little bit of trouble finding that description box. It is elusive for sure. I do hope that this was helpful. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.